Hi, welcome back to my channel, or if you're visiting for the first time, hi. As you can tell, I have a little speaking problem, but that's because I had a stroke last year, and I'm working through not only speaking, but um, other issues as well. I'm using a plain piece of paper for this video. So I, um, other than or in addition to my speaking, um, having a stroke also means you have to deal with deficits. And although I'm improving on my speaking, another point of um, issue is my ability to get around. For the first 6 months of the stroke, I had to go to physical therapy and occupational therapy. The physical therapy at first was okay, but as time went on, I found that I have had other issue. One of them is stairs and walking in general. Although I'm able to get around now without much problems, one point of or issue is stairs. Pre-stroke, it wasn't really a problem, but I live in an old building that has a somewhat spotty track record with the elevator. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. And before my stroke, it wasn't really a problem because I could more or less easily go up and down these flights. Although going up and down 6 flights of stairs is a little cumbersome. But having had a stroke, the going up and down stairs is now more of an issue. So this doodle, which I call a free form doodle, because it's a way to address some things that are going on in my mind and my life. And I did this because I had an appointment with physical therapy one day last week, and my elevator decided to not work. So I had to, one, decide if I wanted to keep the appointment. And yes, I did keep it because I'm going to a very popular space, which is called the Shirley Ryan Ability Lab, and it's very difficult to get an appointment. So I decided to go down or walk down, not too quickly, the 6 flights of stairs. So when I got home, after finally going down the stairs, and after I had the therapy, which is interesting because before I go to the physical therapy, I'm fine. During the physical therapy, I can definitely feel what's going on in my body as far as the muscle groups that my therapist is having me work on. After the therapy, it takes me a little bit longer than normal getting home because I have to walk a couple of blocks for the bus. So anyway, this doodle was inspired by my elevator not working and having to deal with 6 flights of stairs. Normally, I like stairs. When I was growing up, I really liked Escher's work with, the Mobius types of work that he did. And this is kind of a nod to his work. No way as impressive as his work, but so I'm not really copying it, but this piece is influenced by some of his work. So if you're enjoying the video so far, if you could hit the like button and share it with a couple of friends, that would be great, because then the video will be shared more across YouTube, so that more people will be able to see it. So what I'm doing here is I like to introduce as many possibilities of using stairs, or a subject matter that I'm going to include in my doodles. So whereas I'm doing an archway here, I'm going to eventually include stairs within the archway. So if you like the video and my style of doodling, hit the subscription button and subscribe to my channel so you get more notification of future videos. So how do you feel about stairs? Do you go out of your way to go up and downstairs? Back to the staircase thing. So after my appointment, and when I got home, I was able to ride in the surface elevator, which I never knew the building had. So it wasn't an issue getting up to my apartment. So all's well. So again, I'm incorporating more arches and hence stairs. The thing about stairs is you go one step at a time, like life itself. Sometimes it's easier, sometimes there is more involved and a little bit more of an issue as endurance, kind of like if you're going to reach your goal, which in my case is take it slow. I'm not as agile as I once was, but that can be said for everyone. So even if you have a disability, even if it's long term or short, you work through it. You know your limitations, you work around it, and eventually you get to your goal. Now, you may have to adjust your goal based on what your past self was able to accomplish, but life is constantly changing. So it's a matter of living with your current situation. It's like when I first had my stroke, I couldn't speak at all. And it took me about a month or so to be able to talk at all and to form sentences. Up until then, I had to write out my thoughts and questions and such to my doctors, but fortunately they were very accepting of my condition, more so than I was, because I was really not angry, but more realizing that I may never speak again, or at least at the level that I was. And I find that doing these voiceovers are very cathartic for me, because I'm able to voice my concerns, knowing that I'm not talking to an empty space, but to people who, I guess, are okay that I'm not where I was before. Does that make sense? Anyway, so having an appreciation for stairs in general now takes on a whole new meaning. I am on purpose trying to go up and down flights of stairs, maybe not 6 flights at the same time, but I make sure the elevator is working, so I don't have to walk down 2 or 3 and then realize that I also have to walk up 2 or 3 flights of stairs. But again, if I have to, I would, because not doing it would limit my ability to get around. So if you're into the video this far, I appreciate your listening to my various ramblings. Hopefully I won't be as rambling as this one in the future, but who knows. I recently started a buy me a coffee. It's kind of like tip jar for creators on YouTube, independent of YouTube. But anyway, I recently received a really nice gift from someone, and decided that I wanted to buy a webcam set up because I want to eventually do some live streaming, but I was putting off doing that before my ability to speak was more acceptable for me. But because I have a webcam now, I'm going to do live streaming. That'll be fun. So the video that I'm going to recommend for you coming up is actually not one, but a playlist for videos like this. I hope you got inspired today and enjoyed the video. Thanks.